Today we've got the fresh Acer Nitro V15 on the table, a laptop that marked as a budget gaming machine, but inside it packs some serious specs. An Intel Core i5 13th generation RTX 4050 and a whopping 32GB of RAM. But the main question is it really worth the money, or can you get something better for the same price? So let's find out. My first impression is a typical Nitro. The body is fully plastic but with that familiar gaming look, sharp lines, blue accents, and a touch of silver. Not everyone will love it, but it definitely looks like a gaming laptop. It's about 23mm thick and it weighs around 2.1 kilograms, actually quite portable for a gaming machine. Build quality? Honestly average. The lid flexes a bit, the hinges aren't tight, and you'll need two hands to open it, though with the practice you can manage with one hand. Under the lid you get a wide backlit keyboard, not RGB here, but perfectly fine for typing. There is a little flex, but nothing critical. The plastic feels basic, definitely not premium. The numpad is small, arrow keys are squeezed in, but there is a dedicated Nitro button that opens Acer's control center for performance modes. The touchpad is large, slightly shifted to the left, and although it feels a bit cheap, it's very responsive. There is even a fingerprint scanner and a surprisingly fast. Now let's talk about the screen, where you really feel that it's a budget model. It's a 15.6-inch IPS panel, Full HD resolution, 144Hz refresh rate, but no G-Sync and only about 200 nits brightness, which is quite dim, especially if you're near a window. Color accuracy is around 68% sRGB, so it's not ideal for design or photo editing, but fine for gaming and movies. Viewing angles are okay. Well, port selection is excellent. On the left you get two USB-A, Thunderbolt 4, DisplayPort, charging port, HDMI 2.1 and LAN. On the right, one more USB-A and a combo audio jack. Plenty of ports overall, though an SSD card slot would have been nice. Now the most interesting part, performance. The Intel Core i5-13420H isn't top tier, but it's solid 8-core, 4 performance plus 4 efficiency, 12-thread CPU from 2023 running up to 4.6 GHz. Paired with RTX 4050 and 32GB of RAM, this setup is actually very balanced. In test results were solid with smooth FPS in most modern games. Cyberpunk 2077 runs around 100 to 120 FPS with the deeps only in heavy scenes. Counter-Strike 2 stays at 2 to 240 FPS. Cooling performance is another pleasant surprise. Even under load, both CPU and GPU stay around 65 to 70 Celsius. Fans are audible but not screaming. Loud in performance mode, yet very comfortable in balanced. You can even fine-tune fan speed manually in a Nitro sense. During normal everyday use, the laptop is almost silent. The 57-watt battery performs decently. 4 to 6 hours of web browsing or YouTube, a bit over an hour in games, and up to 10 hours in power saving mode. And by the way, we've got this laptop used from one of our customers who mentioned that the battery is dead. So after this quick review, we'll take it apart, replace the battery, and see what's going on inside. And my final thoughts. I've been using this Nitro V15 for about a week, and overall it left a good impression. It's far from perfect, the screen is average at best, and the plastic build feels cheap, but as a work and gaming machine for this price, it's really solid choice. Quiet, well-cooled, handles modern games, video editing, and even light 3D rendering without problems. If you're looking for a versatile laptop for both work and play, the Acer Nitro 15 with the RTX 4050 and 32GB of RAM is definitely worth a look. Not a legend, but for its price, it's an excellent option for a student or casual gamers. So let's take this baby apart. Stay tuned. Let's go. As always, let's start from the bottom side of this laptop and carefully remove all the screws. There's nothing hidden or tricky here, everything is pretty straightforward. Once all the screws are out, I use a plastic pry tool to gently pop one of the corners. Then work my way around with my fingers to remove the entire bottom cover. With the bottom case off, we can clearly see that full layout of the internals. The battery replacement is actually the easiest part on this laptop. It's not even secured with the screws. You just unplug the connector and swap in the new battery. Simple as that. While we have the laptop open, let's take a quick look at the rest of the components. There are two removable RAM slots that can be easily upgraded or replaced. We also have two SSD slots, so you can always add an extra storage, which is a great feature. The Wi-Fi card is replaceable as well. There is a large cooling system that keeps laptop running nice and cool. Just make sure it's clean for the best performance. On the right side, where the audio jack and USB port are located, there is a small data board, so if either of those ports ever fails, it's an easy replacement. All other ports are soldered directly to the motherboard. And that wraps up our disassembly guide. As always, love and peace to everybody.